Welcome back. It is the Buckmaster Show. Time for our monthly segment. We call it the Monthly Scam Alert, and appropriately enough, it is presented by the Better Business Bureau of Southern Arizona, which does so much to alert consumers about the scam of the day. We welcome Suzanne Miller. Suzanne is the Director of Communication and Consumer Affairs at the BBB. Suzanne, you're looking delightful as usual. Great to see you. I love your smile.
Thank you, Bill. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. We plow into a new week, and the scammers never take a break. They're out there 24/7. The con artists are always finding ways to make the scam more convincing, aren't they?
Oh, always. They're very clever.
They have a new twist.
Yeah, there's a couple new twists going on. We've always heard about the employment scam, and, we love that we see employment, actually on the rise,
right.
But we still have those employment scams that are happening, and con artists are really doing a new twist on it and creating what you see as a fake interview. They call you in for an interview, and normally they just hire you on the spot, but they realize that, people are asking questions now. So if they ask you to do an interview,
it
adds to the validity, right? That they're a legitimate employer, and so, they'll write the checks larger, and they're just really going after people. But what happens is when you conduct the fake interview, it makes job seekers really fall for the con more. They don't have as many questions because it really seems like they're having to go through a real process, where before the job really sounded too good to be true, and you get to pick your own hours and you get this great salary, but there's no real training that's needed. It's just that just sounds too good.
Is this being done face-to-face?
No. So, again, it's the online hiring.
Okay.
And it's the same thing with, the fake check scam. So they really go hand in hand. So once they have hired you and you have agreed, what happens is they send you this check. And that is really one of our ways to spot a job scam is, no real job will ever overpay you and then ask you to send some funds somewhere else. I mean, think about this, what's
big check, right?
Yeah, that just doesn't make any sense. But, after the interview, things get suspicious. The scammer will send you, this check that I told you about to spend on your first assignment or for buying supplies. And, that would be okay, except for they make it an overpayment. And you have to transfer some of that money back to the company or a field rep. Well, what sense does that make, So that's your red flag. And the check is fake, and any money you transfer, you're going to lose it, forever. And so you just want to be really careful about that. If they're asking you to send money elsewhere, don't
it's like
even
a direct deposit, huh?
Yeah, just don't even engage in that. Just shred it up and just pay no more attention to the person that was contacting you.
And once again, the advice we give you, if it sounds too good to be true,
it probably is. And always research those companies. If there's a job posting, go directly, because there are scammers using legitimate site names. So if that is the case, go to the actual employer site, and if that job posting is on there, then, you can proceed with caution. Otherwise, that's your red flag to just stop that. And you might actually want to tell the employer that somebody has a false, job posting in their name. That's always a nice thing to do, and always report it to our BBB scam tracker, of course.
And, of course, the phone is a very popular vehicle for scammers. Protect yourself from cell phone porting scams. What's that about, Suzanne? Is this a new scam in town?
Yes, it is. It's con artists are using something called this porting scam, and others call it a port out scam. And they're gaining access to victims' personal and financial accounts and logins via your phone. So what's happening is the scammer steals your phone number and service. you're probably thinking, oh, how's that possible? Because that was my first question.
Yeah,
but they get your name and phone number and as much personal information as they can get their hands on. And this is where we say, careful of what you post on Facebook. Just careful with your information, because what they do is then call your phone company claiming to be you.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then they tell the company that your phone was stolen, and they request that the phone number be ported to another device and provider, which, in reality, if you lose your phone, that's what you're doing, right? Mm-hmm. But they're not you. So the cell company complies. The scammers gain control of your number, and here's where it goes bad. They begin accessing accounts that require authorization via the text message. So the accounts, they can include email providers, your social networks. Think of how much you have on your phone. Invoicing software, even online banking.
Ooh, that is scary.
Everything is on your smartphone now, right?
Yeah.
And once they've bypassed that security, scammers can easily steal your identity and your money.
So some obvious questions would be, how do we avoid this new scheme?
Right.
Or scam. It is a scheme.
It is a scheme.
It's a nasty scheme.
Something that we always say in general is to set up the two-factor authentication, because when you do that, you're going to get notified on multiple devices, and that's a great way to protect yourself. Always contact the phone provider. If your phone suddenly stops working, don't just assume that it's the phone, because it could very well be the scam. So use a landline or a friend's phone to report the problem to whichever provider that you use. And then be alert to any signs of phishing. So, when you see suspicious alerts from your personal and financial accounts or unsolicited requests for two-factor authorization, those are some red flags that somebody's got your information. And really, only share your full name, phone number, and other personal information with, people that you know and companies that you trust. It's just, we couldn't say it enough that you just have to be careful where you share your information.
And social media, be careful, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's easy to give those things away.
Some kind of leads, right, on social media?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You have all of your information. Make sure your settings, when you go in there, make sure that, it's just, you're only sharing your information with your friends only.
Right.
You keep it open to the general public, and everyone is watching what you're doing. Scammers can see you. If it's friends only, then you've got a layer of protection. But then again, your friends could get scammed and somebody steals their information, and then they can see your profile. So you really have to be careful.
It gets so dangerous. That is really, I think, the word. It is dangerous to share too much information on social media.
Yeah, you have
very
to be
careful.
wary.
And these days, with all the news about Facebook, people are very weary anyway of what's going on.
And it's good. Hopefully it's an alert to people that they need to take a little bit closer attention. Pay closer attention to what they're doing on Facebook and any social media platform.
We have been hearing your announcements about the upcoming Torch Awards. Let our listeners know what is going to be happening on April 20th.
Oh, we love our annual Torch Awards. We're so excited. It's going to be in the evening. It's an awards dinner at Casino del Sol. And if you go to bbb.org, you can actually find our landing page that has all the details of the event. But we'll have a reception at 5:30. Then we have the actual dinner and award ceremony at 6:30. And it's just a lot of fun. We have a great time. And last year was sold out, so get your tickets now.
What are the Torch Awards, Suzanne?
We have 4 categories of Torch Awards. There's Ethics, Customer Excellence, the Spark Award. The Spark Award is something that we initiated last year, and that's for millennials in business doing things the right way. And all these categories are about businesses that in Southern Arizona that care about doing things the right way. They're leading with ethics and integrity, and there's a whole process to go through to be nominated. So we have our finalists up on that page at bbb.org, and you can learn more about them, and you can learn more about the whole process as a whole. Our judges are not internal. We actually have great judges from the community that make those decisions independently.
Well, it's a great idea, and it's a very popular one. Torch Awards, April 20th, Casino del Sol. Go to bbb.org. Great starting place also to find out about scams. Thank you, Suzanne Miller.
Thank you, Bill. Have a great week.
Thank you very much. You too. We'll be right back.